Hey guys, stand by a minute. I'm just trying to make sure I am live on YouTube, and yeah, there we are, but I can't get myself on the other monitor. Maybe it'll kick in shortly. And we got somebody here, TJIF. I can't quite see on my other monitor who's commenting yet. Still not coming up for me. I had it yesterday on this other monitor, but not getting it yet. So let me open it up on my laptop. Give me just a second. Stand by, guys. It's 22 minutes past the hour, past noon here in Southeast Asia. Thailand, Cambodia, Laos, Vietnam. And now I got it. Okay. So I can see both on my laptop. And that's Alex. Hey, good morning to you, Alex. You're the most loyal follower. I hope you're having a good day over there in India. And we're starting off the Friday here. And we're looking at the this box that I have here. This is the Asia Pacific session, and we started off kind of flat as that's normal, and then Tokyo started pushing the price down, then they pushed it back up a little bit, then it's back down. We're kind of in this range here, kind of a $10 range between 45.35 and 45.20, kind of a $15 range, mostly sideways today. And I have not taken a trade yet today. Um, over in here, if I had gone short, then that would have been in a loss, and now it's just going sideways again. And we're getting ready here. Now we're into the Tokyo lunch run, TGIF. Thank goodness it's Friday. Yes, sir. Absolutely. Thank goodness it's Friday. I love Fridays. Everybody loves Fridays. Tomorrow is Saturday, and we have a big traders fair in Bangkok. There'll be thousands of people turning out for that. Lots of brokers there. It's going to be pretty exciting. So if you're not doing anything, Alex, catch a flight over to Bangkok and join us in the traders fair. And what happened yesterday? Let's go back and look at yesterday's chart. This was on yesterday. I had a good trade. I told you. I got an early trade in the Shanghai opening, and that was over here, right about on this candle, and then made really good profit. Wrote it down to the pivot point, which was right about here. And then I got out with good profit, and it went back up. And if I'd have been able to hold on to that, but I would have got stopped out. So I had a good profit here. It was a good exit, but then it started to go back down again. This was 3 hours after the London session, and then it made a big drop all the way down to the previous day low. This is not the previous day low from yesterday, but it made a big drop and then started to move back up. It went sideways mostly in the opening of the New York session, right in here, and then at midnight my time, this would have still been good for you, Alex. It made a big move up from about 45.16 all the way up to 45.60, $45 move in just 1 hour. That was late last night, and I don't watch the market at midnight my time. That's about 4 hours after the U.S. session opens. So I don't watch it at that time. Did you have a good trade yesterday, Alex? Anybody? A little flag marking over there, down to up. Yeah, we've been in a tight range for several days with lots of movements down, lots of movements up, but still within a range. If you look on the day chart or the 4 hour chart, either one, I have to look at the 4 hour chart. We've been in a range since last week. The beginning of last week, we had a big drop down, and then it's pretty much sideways. Another big drop down, but it's really between 45.75 and 44.72. So about kind of $100 range if you look at the big picture, the 4 hour chart. Not really any huge moves like we saw 2 weeks ago. And looking on the 5 minute chart, it looks like we're still bearish, but we might get a retracement here on the 5 minute chart. Yeah, a lot of news yesterday on the currency, so you couldn't find a good trade setup. No trade is a good trade. Don't force the market. Don't try to force the market. You wait for a good trade setup and then you pull the trigger. And that's like me today. I don't see anything here. This is okay. It did come down with a Shanghai opening, but not very much. It came down here and then it went back up, then it came back down. If you're scalping, you could have probably been on a 5 minute time frame, maybe got a few good trades in here, holding the trades for 2 or 3 minutes. But for me, this is the trend line strategy. If it breaks above the trend line and closes, then I will go long. If it breaks below the trend line and closes, then I will go short. And I'm not seeing anything like that at all. So for me, is no trade setup, not yet. And we're now half past the hour. This is generally when the Tokyo lunch run kicks in, but we're not seeing anything yet. And here is Michael from Nigeria. Hey, thanks, Michael. Thanks for letting us know where you're watching from. We get a lot of people from Nigeria. I've got a lot of people from Nigeria in my Telegram group. I don't know if you're in my Telegram group or not. If you want, I have a Telegram group, chat group for traders. If you want to be in that, just message me on Telegram. We have a lot of people in there from Nigeria. And just my Telegram is at Rick Ray FX. Just add me to your Telegram and let me know you'd like to be in that group, and I'll be happy to add you. But thanks for tuning in. And what we're looking at here is gold, XAU USD on the 10 minute time frame. And it looks like it's turning bullish. This is what did I tell you guys? I tell you every day, this is the beginning of the Tokyo lunch run. You're getting a big momentum candle there. Let me go to my 5 minute chart, see what that looks like. Uh, Not yet. Still bearish on the 5 minute time frame, and it hasn't. It's broken above, but it didn't close above. I always wait till this candle will finish, and if this candle closes above the trend line, then I will take a long trade. Let me go over to MT5 and see that I've got that all set up. Yeah, that all looks good there. So ready. I'm ready. But you see why you need to wait till the candle finishes. You know, if you see this big green candle, then you get excited and you go long, you're already in a loss. And we know it's easy to make that mistake. Hey, Raj, good morning to you. No, sorry, good afternoon. Yeah, 5 days working, 2 days off, and you can choose the time that you want to work. You are your own boss. Yeah, we missed you yesterday, Raj. I don't think you were here yesterday. Haven't seen Howard for a couple of days either. Did you get any trades yesterday? I had a good trade yesterday. I'll just show you right quickly. If you weren't watching or you didn't watch the replay, I got over here when Shanghai was opening. On this candle here, I got about halfway down and then rode that all the way down to the pivot point right in here for about 2 or 3 hours. And then it started to go against me. It came a little bit lower. Then up here, it would have hit my stop loss. This would have hit my stop loss. I had to break even stop loss. It would have hit it right there. And then if I would have managed to hold on to it, wow, that would have really paid off big time. But never mind. This is about 3 hours after the London session opened and started to make a big move. And then it went sideways in the New York session, the New York Open, until midnight. Midnight my time, probably 5 or 6 in the morning your time. And then New York pushed it up. Whoa, made a huge move, and then closed it out sideways. And we're not seeing anything today so far. I don't have any trade today. I don't generally trade in this Asia session anymore. But yesterday I just happened to get up. I was having my coffee and I saw a good trade set up, so I took it and it paid out very well. And then I did not trade in the New York session because when the New York session opened, it was mostly sideways. I had a couple of short scalping trades, but not the kind of trade setup that I'm really looking for. And then until midnight my time, then it took off like a rocket. But I've already turned it in for the day. By midnight my time, I've had enough. You cannot sit and watch the chart for 24 hours a day. Some traders do. They're 20 hours a day or something crazy. I find it best to pick your times. You got to have a life also. And I like the Tokyo lunch run here is good. This is the first candle, the half past the hour, and this is generally a good trade setup. But we're seeing a lot of sideways movement, a tight range here between 45.35 and 45.21. Got a lot of support right in here. We've got support here and resistance right there. So a tight range we're seeing today. And it looks like the Tokyo lunch run just wants to stay tight, stay in the sideways range. No momentum. Still got 3.5 minutes on this candle. Oh, here we go. Maybe. If this does go, but we've got the pivot point right there too, that's 45.35. And boy, yesterday it just stayed really right around that pivot point for a long time. Didn't break above it, didn't break below it. And we've got resistance right there. Yeah, put another line in there, eh? Got resistance back here, support at that level also. It's trying to go. Wow, look at the momentum. I'm going to wait. I'm sitting on my hand. This candle is not closed. But if it does, I'm ready to go long. And I will put my stop loss at 45.21. Right here at this support level, 45.21, just a little bit below that. Oh, and this indicator finally kicked in the first time today. That buy and sell indicator that I have that pops up sometimes. Wow, look at this. This is a huge momentum candle. A lot of momentum in this candle. And on the 5 minute chart, it's breaking above the 100 moving average. All looks good for a long trade, but it's right on a pivot point, eh? Yeah, it's right on that pivot point. I don't like the looks of that. That pivot point right here is all around the pivot point. Maybe I can make that a little bit brighter so it's easier to see. There we go. Right on that pivot point. Brighten the screen a little bit. There we go. So even though I really now I'm seeing the pivot point, I'm not sure I want to take a trade. Yeah, good to use alerts, Alex. If we can close above that pivot point, Raj says, yeah, that would be nice. Oh, okay, here's the next candle. Let's see what it's going to do. I'm going to be patient. That is such a momentum candle. That's bullish engulfing. That's got everything that you're looking for, right? That candle. Yeah, that's closed above my 100 moving average on the 5 minute chart. Sure looks like it wants to go. And what would be our take profit? Possibly it might go for the Asia high, which is 45.46. So that's at 45.33. And my stop loss would be at 45.21. That's not a very big stop loss. You know what? I'm going to take a long trade. Oh, hang on a minute. Just as I said that, stand by, guys. I'm just looking at the 5 minute and the 10 minute. The first green candle stopped at the pivot point, and now the next candle is doesn't like that at all. Okay. Ah, well, there you go, guys. Patience pays off. Now this could go ahead and turn around. This candle's not near anywhere near finished, but you see how we have this resistance here at the pivot point. It's at 45.34. And as we all know, it's like a magnet. So they move away from it, then they go back to it, then they move away from it. Yeah, if I would have taken that trade right when this candle finished, I would be in a loss now. But now it could still go ahead and go up, but it's better to be patient. Let's see what it's going to do. You got a buy stop at what price? And Alex says it's going to break the pivot. Alex is looking at his crystal ball. Buy stop at 53.53. Okay, that's on the futures chart, I presume. So yeah, I see it's got that wick, but I haven't seen it break above the pivot point. And Alex says it's going to break it in one pump. Still another 6 minutes on this 10-minute candle. There we go. Now we're getting something. Yeah, I like that wick on the 5 minute chart. I do like that. Okay, I just went long, and I said I would put my stop loss below my safety line at 45. Well, we can go to 45.23 for the stop loss. Oh, that's a big stop loss. Well, it's on the 10 minute, on the 5 minute chart. Oh, it's okay. That's not so bad. It's good. So I got my stop loss right in here, 45.23, right in here under my safety line. I do like this wick that you pointed out, Raj, especially on the 5 minute chart. But that pivot point, it's a hard one to crack. The 5 minute chart, it hasn't broken it yet. Still another 3.5 minutes on this 10-minute chart. It's trying. Yeah, we need that volume. Just doesn't have enough to get going. But that's okay. After a big move like that previous candle there, it's going to slow down a little bit. Okay, at the top of the hour we will get it. Okay. Well, my stop loss is in a good position. I mean, if it gets down to my stop loss, then I don't want to be in the trade anyway. I didn't decide where to put my take profit. Yeah, that's common. You see that also, eh, Raj? You know, like the last 5 minutes of the hour, bang, it just goes boom. I see that so many times. The last 10 or last 5 or 10 minutes, then that you get that real push, especially the last 5 minutes. Like 10 minutes before the hour, you're thinking, "Oh man, it's not going to go, it's not going to go," and then boom. That is so common. That's probably the most common thing I see in trading. That last few minutes before the top of the hour. So I didn't haven't analyzed yet where I'm going to put my take profit. I think we'll break the Asian high, which is 45.46. So I'll put my take profit there just so I don't forget. I can move it later. 45.46. Okay. That's only a 1-to-1, but it'll do for now. Let's have a look and see where was the previous day high. So we might, it could, it wouldn't shock me. It wouldn't be out of order if this comes up and takes out the previous day high, which is 45.59. That's where they need to go. This is where the liquidity pool is, and that's where they need to go. The institutions, the central banks, the hedge fund managers, they need to go up here and grab the liquidity, which is not going to happen now, but during the day, especially when New York opens, might see a big move up to that previous day high. Well, this is not looking so healthy. I don't want to see another red candle. Yeah, I didn't like that pivot point at all. Didn't like that at all. I was very cautious about that, but anyway, we're in now and we have no control. We're at the mercy of the market. So let's just see how this plays out. I look at the 1 minute sometimes. It's entertaining. I guess that's a good word for it. Yeah, if it goes in my favor, I'll add to a winning trade. I always try to do that. But that pivot point, Okay, we got the last 10 minutes of the hour. Let's see how this. Yeah, here we go. Now we're talking. Boy, it wants to. Just somebody holding it back. Bulls and bears are fighting it out. Yeah, I always try and add to a winning trade. On this one, I got in at what 45, 33. It would need to get up to about 45.40, and then I would add to the trade. If it turns out to be clearly bullish, these next few minutes, these next 7 or 8 minutes, is going to give us a good idea of what it's going to do. There I am. No, doesn't look so good. No, it definitely doesn't look so good. Yeah, might come back down to my trend line and bounce. Let's see. No, this is not working out. Hey, okay. I really don't like the looks of this at all. What am I on? The 1 minute? 1 minute? 5 minute? No, I'm going to bail out of this. I don't like the looks of this. I'm out. Rather than let it come down here and grab my stop loss. There's too much bearish momentum right now. Yeah, I'm glad I got out of that. Okay, well, well, yeah, holy mackerel. Yeah, that would bang, it hit my stop loss. It would have hit my stop loss. Oh, wow. Cool. Oh, this is exciting today. I love it. I love it. Yeah. You could see that bearish momentum come in there, right? And what was it? Of course, it was the last 5 minutes of the hour, but it was it was the wrong direction. Oh God. Wow, that was exciting. Where the hell is it going? Wow. What in the world? What in the world is going on? Gonna go down and take out the previous day low. It just took out the Asian low. Well, we're still in the Asia market, so it's not really taking out the Asian low. Yeah, if we'd have seen that and then reversed the trade, that would have been massive. That would have been just text. But there's for me anyway, there's so much emotion at that moment that I missed that thought. I missed that thought. Okay, get out and reverse. That would have been perfect, but I didn't do it on this trade. Some very, very experienced traders like Tom Hugard, he would have done that. Yeah, if you were thinking about it, you should have reminded me, Raj. I would always be open to a comment like that. I just it just didn't click. I have done it before, and it works out, but it didn't at this moment. It didn't click. Man, that would have been. Where did I get out? Uh, God, you look on the 1 minute chart. No, the 5 minute chart. That's a crazy count. What the hell is going on? I got out at man. This is like a ship with a hole in it. I got out at 45.28. So yeah, I got out right here. Wow, man, that would have been a big profit. Holy mackerel! Oh God. It's no need to apologize, Raj, but just feel free to shout in the comments if you're thinking something. No, there's no news that I know of. No. So I kind of suspect what we might see for the rest of the day. Uh, when London opens, they're going to push this down and take out the previous day low. That's where the other. This is the other liquidity pool right down here at 44.90. This is the low from yesterday, and that's where the pending orders, the sales stop losses are. So they're probably going to see that in the next few hours. Take out the previous day low, and then we might see a bullish run. Yeah, it looks like it's going to continue down. Wow. Oh, I didn't even think to check oil. Good comment there. Oil, yep, of course. These go opposite directions. And I bet the US dollar is going up. Yep, US dollar getting a move. Probably Trump announced something or he tweeted something. That's very likely. He called all of his buddies and said he was going to tweet something. And then all the billionaires, they did some kind of a massive insider trading. And that's what happened. That's common knowledge now, actually, in the US. They know that he's doing that, but they don't do anything about it. In the last couple of months, he's made 3,700 stock trades. That's public knowledge now, which is totally illegal. But whether or not anybody's going to do anything about it, we don't know. So that's probably what this was. You know, Trumpty Dumpty announced something, and then could be, I don't know. He's not a businessman. He's a con man. So of course, after you get a big move like this, then you're going to get a retracement. This is nothing. This is don't go long here. This is nothing unusual. This won't last. I'm sure the bears are in control and they're going to push the price lower. That's what you will normally see. Unless you're a scalper, then you saw this wick and you could buy here on this next candle and not hold it very long. Get out, get some profit, get out. Let me just look at the 5 minute chart, see what that looks like. Yeah, yeah, that's exactly what you could have done if you're scalping. Well, is it going back to where it started, Alex? My crystal ball is out for me, so I don't know. But what you normally would see after a big drop here, this has been bearish all day, okay, except for this sideways movement here, and then bearish again. What you normally see, this is such a big candle that you're going to get a retracement, a pullback, and then it goes again. That's what you normally see most of the time. It would really be surprising if you saw another green candle go right back to where it was. I mean, but anything anything can happen. No, this is not retail traders trading. They don't move the market like that. No. Institutions, central banks, hedge fund managers. This is just manipulation. This is not the retail traders. But what can we learn from this? What we can learn is when we saw that big momentum start down, what me and Raj were talking about, we could have reversed the trade, and that would have just been excellent. You see that sometimes, and then you can, if you're thinking and you're clear and you're focused, you can do that. It's doing opposite of what you thought it was going to do, but you can see the momentum, and it's can turn out to be very profitable. This one could have, should have, would have, but wasn't. The market always presents opportunities to make money, but you've got to be focused. You really got to be focused and realize that it can can do anything. Anything can happen on any candle, and just recognizing the kind of moves that it makes can lead you to make good trades. Now this is a minor support level. We had support here. Okay, all this candles here. This is like 2 hours, and now so that's a minor resistance level. It looks like it's coming right back up to there, 45.21. And we still have a lot of people watching. If you're watching and you haven't commented yet, let me know where you're watching from. I think it might come back up to about 45.23. I think it might hit 45.23 and then fall back down. Hmm. I'll just stay here a few more minutes, guys. I know you've got a lot of things going on where you live, and I'm going to go out and have lunch. Now it's falling down. We got up to 45.22, $1 away from what I said. Now it's starting to fall back. Yeah, thank you guys for being here. I really appreciate it. Been this has been exciting Friday. There'll be another good trade later. Probably. Maybe the New York session will have something for us. Give this one another 1 minute, and then I'll close out. Yeah, well, 50% retracement. It was such a big move. That much retracement doesn't really surprise me. Still trying to retrace. Now back at 45.22. I'm just going to hang in here and see. Okay, so I did. Let's see. What was the high there? 45.23.8. Now it's right on that number that I gave. Let's see if it'll break above that. Yeah, swing traders don't get anything out of this, that's for sure. They sold at a higher price and they're holding on for a lower price over several days or several weeks. So it's hit 45.23.09. Looks like 10 minutes past the hour now. Hard to say. Oh, good. That this candle here. This is right where I would expect it to start moving back down. That doesn't mean that it will, but that's what I would expect. Now I'm going to adjust my Asian market move a little, and that is the Asian low for today. Okay, that looks really weird. One massive 10-minute candle. So this is I think this might be the end of the retracement, and then we start to see lower prices. But it's right on that minor support level, so it needs to break below that. Now 45.24. Yeah, long, short, long, green, red, green, red, green, red. Yeah, this kind of trading is not for the weak-hearted. That's for sure. I know a lot of people got whacked just in the last half hour. A lot of traders got stopped out, probably on both sides, long and short. Okay, guys, I've been here a long time. I'm going to sign out for the day. Thank goodness it's Friday. I hope you have a great weekend wherever you are in the world. Thanks for being here. Don't forget to click that like button today. And I wish you all the best of success with the rest of your trading today. And I'll see you again on Monday. Have a great day.